IAEA to hold emergency meeting on Iran on 10 July. The U.S. nuclear watchdog said Friday it will hold an emergency meeting on the Iranian regime's nuclear program next week, days after Tehran breached one of the limits set in the 2005 deal with world powers. The meeting of the International Atomic Energy Agency's Board of Governors, which follows the U.S. request, would be held on 10 July, an IAEA spokesman said. Earlier, the U.S. mission in Vienna said in a statement that the American ambassador to international organizations, Jackie Wolcott, had requested a special meeting to discuss the Iranian regime's breach of the amount of enriched uranium it could stockpile. The IAEA confirmed earlier this week that Tehran had breached the limit of 300 kilograms for stockpiles of enriched uranium as stipulated under the 2005 nuclear deal. The Iranian regime will increase the level of uranium enrichment from July 7, says Khamenei's advisor. Ali Akbar Velayati, a senior advisor to the Iranian regime's supreme leader, said that the regime will increase its level of uranium enrichment starting July 7, the state-run Mehr news agency reported. Velayati said that from July 7, the rate of uranium enrichment will exceed the 3.65% permitted under the deal, adding that Tehran could increase the uranium enrichment level to 5% to provide fuel to the Bushehr nuclear reactor. The Iranian regime has already implemented the first phase of breaking the nuclear deal by increasing the stockpile of enriched uranium above the 300 kilograms outlined by the nuclear deal, and has warned that the second phase of its actions will begin on July 7. Gibraltar obtains order extending detention of Iranian tanker by 14 days. Gibraltar said on Friday it had obtained an order extending the detention of the Iranian Grace 1 supertanker by 14 days because there were grounds to believe it was breaking sanctions by taking oil to Syria. The Supreme Court has issued today's order on the basis that there are reasonable grounds to consider that the detention of the Grace 1 is required for the purposes of compliance with the EU Regulation 36/2012 on sanctions on Syria, the government of the British Overseas Territory on the southern tip of Spain said in the statement. Iranian regime sentences teacher activists to 74 public lashes and prison for taking part in sit-in. The Iranian regime's judiciary sentenced a teacher to 3 years in prison, 74 lashes in public, and a fine in the central province of Isfahan for holding a sit-in. According to the sentence issued by the 103rd branch of the Shah Reza Penal Court, Hamid Reza Rahmati, who is member of Isfahan Teachers Association, was sentenced to 18 months of prison and 74 public lashes on charges of disrupting public order by carrying out an abnormal act outside the education department building. He was sentenced to another 18 months of prison and a 20 million tuman fine, around $600, for sending messages on social media that encouraged violence, the regime claimed. The teacher activist was arrested and then released on bail for carrying out a solitary 9-day sit-in outside of the Shah Reza Education Department last December, protesting the widespread arrest of teachers during the nationwide strike. The Isfahan court has also obligated Hamid Reza Rahmati to write and publish a list on social media containing 40 services and achievements of the Iranian regime during its 40-year rule. Three prisoners hanged in Karaj, Birjand. The clerical dictatorship ruling Iran hanged 3 prisoners in the notorious Gohardash prison in the city of Karaj, northwest of Tehran, and in the city of Birjand, eastern Iran. 2 of the prisoners were hanged at the dawn on Wednesday, July 3rd in Gohardash. The names of those executed are reported to be Hassan Baradaran and Mehdi Asadi. The 3rd prisoner was hanged in Birjand prison on Thursday morning, according to news reports. His name was not published by the media.